Hello, good evening all. I'm just gonna show you a quickly lab. I previously done a few labs on different vendors firewall. I done one on Palo Alto and one SAA, one the Cisco ICE. I don't think so. I done on F5 and FortiGate. But today I'm gonna just use one single virtual window. It's gonna be my window 8 to upload or manage to get the Q application in Palo Alto, F5 and FortiGate. To make it quickly, I put already the commands here, as you can see, for every single firewall or previous done on the SAA. I'll try to be quicker as much as I can. Okay, so first of all, let's power up all those 4 firewalls. Okay, so we will start with SAA. We start from the left to the right in our configuration. Okay, so basically I'm gonna launch all the firewall in one go, and I'm gonna open my secure CRT. So I'm gonna delete this guy here, and I'm gonna just skip this one. So we go SAA, F5, FortiGate, and Palo Alto. Okay, we start with the SAA, so we go enable. By default there's no password, just press enter. So we go to the configuration mode. So inside 100, and we setting up, we give an IP address to the interface. IP address 192.6.255.255.255.240 dot shut WR, and so we can check doing show run include inside. Okay, so now we can do show disk 0. Okay, as you can see, this is all I got here inside of the directory of the SAA, and we have to load the ASDM from our FTP or TFTP server, and that will be my Windows 8. Okay, so we're gonna do this in a minute. Just want to show you that we don't have it here, and I'm gonna transfer it so I'll be able to launch the ASDM through my virtual window. Okay, now we jumping into FortiGate F5. Okay, perfect. So FortiGate login, admin, password, it's the same as SAA. There's nothing, just press enter. It says welcome. So to configure the interface, you have to do config on system interface. If you are not sure, just press question mark, just press enter. So we do edit, we press a question mark, it's gonna give you all the ports here, the name, and we're gonna be using this one, port 1. Okay, so that's the one here. Edit port 1, enter, and now you're on the inside of the port, and now you set an IP address. Set IP 195.65.8.8 255.255.255.240. Enter. You can do end, and by default it will save automatically the configuration. Okay, now we jump to F5. Login as a root, password as default. Let's try again. Root default. Okay, we are logging now, and now the configuration is pretty straightforward. You have to type it config and press enter, and it will bring you the configuration utility. Just press enter for OK, and setting up an IP address. They'll ask you use automatic configuration of IP address. If you have a different IP address that you want to set up, just change the one showing here on the screen. You set up the net mask, and the default router always put your virtual window machine, so you can be able to ping from your virtual machine to your firewall, and from your firewall to the virtual machine. In this case, this is the IP address I want to use, but I'll go through again. I just press no instead of yes. I'll press no, and it's gonna ask me for the new IP address. Just delete everything, and then you can do it again. .10. Press OK or enter, and ask for the net mask. You do the same. I won't change it again because I already gave an example for the IP. Press enter, and it says, do you want to create a default router for the management port? This is required if you want to connect to the management port from another subnet. So my subnet port is the ones on my virtual machine. Just press yes. Management port, OK, and yes again, and they're gonna kick you out, and that's it. So if you wanna ping yourself, just do ping 195.168.5.8.10. -C is means count. So how many counts do you want to do? By default, if you don't do any count, it will be pinging continuously until you cancel it. So you do, let's say 3, and that's it. Okay, so you can ping yourself. And now we're gonna go to Palo Alto, and after that we jump into our virtual machine. So Palo Alto, login, admin, password. Oh, sorry guys, I think I changed the password to Palo Alto. Yes, so I was playing with it yesterday. So we're gonna go through the whole configuration again. So we do configuration, configure, enter. You're on config mode now. It's pretty much similar as Juniper. So you do a set, management, config, users, admin, password. So this gives you the chance to change the default password, that's admin. So in this case I changed the password to Palo Alto, and I'm gonna change to admin. So enter password, admin, enter, and do it again, second time, and enter. Okay, now you can change the host name with this command: set device config system host name let's give us a PA, Palo Alto. And as Juniper won't be take effect if you don't commit. Let's press go write a commit and enter. And if everything is okay, say 55, 99, and if everything's okay, it won't give you any error. It says successful. As you can see, change to PA, as before was PA. W is a firewall. Okay, now you do set. Now let's set the password, set the device, system, IP address, 195.195.85.8.12, and the net mask 255.255.240. Default gateway 195.85.8, and I believe is 11. Space, and you do a DNS setting, primary or servers, primary, and you do use the same IP address for your virtual machine, 8.11, and enter. So everything was okay. So you do, if you don't use the next command, the IP address won't be set on your Palo Alto. So you do set device setting, system, type, static, and press enter, and that's it. Now you do commit, everything is okay. You should be able to log in for your virtual machine. This is gonna be the next step. And that's it, successful. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the SAA. We're gonna do the second part, that's gonna be getting the SDM to the firewall, alright, through our virtual machine. So seems like everything's working fine. The FortiGate keeping logging out or timing out, so you just have to log in again. Okay, now let's go to virtual machine, Windows 8, just booting up. Restarting the window. This is what I have. So I'm gonna assign those IP addresses on the right interfaces on my virtual window. So .5 for the SAA, and .7 to the FortiGate, .9 to the F5, and .11 to the Palo Alto. So this is my network connection. As you can see, what I do when I do a lab, I rename those interfaces for future references. At least I know. and I'm pretty sure you know already how to assign an IP address into the interface. Just double click, go properties, IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4, and use the following IP address. You can see here. So I need to change the SAA IP address, for example, so 195.85.8, and I believe it's 5. Yes, 255.240, and the gateway is gonna be 6.5.85.6. That's gonna be this interface here, so they'll be able to communicate. So we can test that in a minute. Okay, 255. Yes. Okay, and as you can see, identifying, trying to get the IP address. You can see here it's set, and let's go to FortiGate. Let's check. Is already there, 195.85.8.7, and the gateway is the FortiGate IP address .8, and F5 should be 9 and 10, and the Palo Out should be 11 and 12. Correct. So we can test connectivity. As we are done here, we can test the connectivity between the two sides. Let's do a ping 195.85.8.5 or 6. Okay, so we do 5. See if we're able to ping ourselves. Seems like we can ping ourselves. So we do 6 to ping the firewall. Seems like there's connectivity. So we can do the same on the other side, just for test purposes. We go to the firewall, and we can do a ping 5.5, and you can see there's a connectivity, and I believe all the other interfaces as well. But we can try, for example, on FortiGate. Let's just do another login, and we can do execute ping 585.8.8, ping ourselves. Okay, we can ping .7 is our interface. Yep, there's connectivity. Perfect. And we can try the same ping .8 from this side. Yep. Okay, seems like everything is working fine. So now what we do, we're gonna carry on with the ASA. So let's do another show disk just to make sure. Yes. Okay, so now what we need to do, I have this application called FreeCD to act as a TFTP or FTP server. TFTP take longer to transfer, so I'm gonna use FTP. You're gonna go to VMware desktop, and is on our desktop. Just click apply. Yes, saved. Okay, just leave that for the time being. So put this up on the SAA. So we launch the following command. So copy FTP 195.85.85 slash ASDM 792.152.ping flash ASDM 792. And if everything is okay, I should be able to see this IP address from my virtual machine. File source is correct. Okay, so you can see it transferring, and that should not take long. From there we can carry on with the next step. And should be about 32 to 35, I believe. 29, 30, 1, 32, and that's it. And as we can see, so now we can launch again, and we'll be able to see that the file has been completely transferred 100% into our SAA. So now we enable HTTP. So we do HTTP server enable, enter. So we create a username, I do Varsio, and do password Cisco123, and I do privilege mode 15 for security. I do HTTP 192.55.0.255.255.255.240 inside, and I do SDM image disk 0, and I'll just copy this 100%, and I do right, and that's it. So now we jump back again to the virtual machine, since like everything is done for the SAA. So we can close the application, and now we launch the, I normally used Chrome, Google Chrome, and we can take from there. So we can do FTTPS 195.85.6, I believe. Let's see if we're gonna be able to get into it. Okay, and this is just to install the SDM launcher. Just click here, and it's gonna ask for the username, so remember what you put, and the password. Press sign in, and you'll be able to just say keep, and it will launch that. So after that, all you need to do is just to install it, but I already installed, it's here, so I don't need to do it again. So once you install, you're gonna have this here. So now just double click, make sure you have the latest JavaScript on your computer, otherwise you won't be able to launch that. So let's just test. If everything is okay, I should be able to log into my SAA through the SDM from my virtual machine. Okay, that's the 195.85.6, I believe. The username is the same, and the password also the same. You can click remember, as this is on your computer for your purpose training. You can put remember, otherwise don't put remember if you're in your workplace, otherwise your credential will be here. Click OK. Seems like you'll be able to do it. Software update completed. Let's just wait to launch and don't show it again. Load the correct configuration from your device, and you can enable login, it's fine. So you show your like a log, you log everything that you do here, and give it the date, the time, and the syslog ID, the source IP address. Those IP addresses for the other interface. Okay, so here it tells you everything: the inside interface, the IP address, the submask, the line is up, the link is up. It tells you the name of the device, the version of the ASA, the version of the ASDM, the firewall mode is rooted. It tells you the total flash, the device uptime, the number of the VPU, CPU, and the total memory. So there's a lot to be learned here. There's a lot to be done here as well. So if you go on configuration, you have all this here. You go firewall, and you go remote access VPN, you go site to site VPN, and it's able to log into the device. Now let's go to Google Chrome again, and let's see if we can do login into the other devices. So we start from the FortiGate.8, so I'm gonna copy this to others. 1 2 3. Okay, .8.8, enter. .8.10, enter. .8.12, enter. Okay, so it's like F5 is loading, and Palo Alto is already loaded. F5, and I believe that the FortiGate you have to do without the S on the end, just HTTP, no HTTPS, and enter, and there you go. So now we use the credentials that we know. FortiGate's admin, by default password is nothing, and you should be able to log into the GUI platform, as you can see. It's perfect. And let's do the F5. I believe is root and is default. Enter. Oh, okay, it's not. So we can check. Yeah, it's a root and default. Username root, password default. default. Login. Nope. Let me see. Okay. It's admin. Okay, it's admin and admin for the GUI platform. Let's click next. If you register with the F5, you'll be able to get a key for 30 days to activate your F5 device. Okay, now let's go to Palo Alto. Remember that we changed the password from Palo Alto to admin. Let's see if it's gonna work. And seems like it's working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this side to side. I don't know if I'll be able to do to the ASDM. Okay, let's just wait for the Palo Alto to load as well. I never work. Let's put as a full screen. I never work with FortiGate, but I have the basic understanding. It's a firewall, of course, and I have a VPN, Go Wi-Fi switch controller. You can do monitoring, DHCP monitoring, routing monitoring, monitor. There's a lot information here that you can play around for training purposes. You can polish your skills, and if I can do this small lab, be able to explain, I believe if I have the right training, I'll be able to demonstrate a great skills to any company that's willing to invest in on me, on myself. As you can see, the FortiCloud is not activated, and I do believe that I need a key for that. But you can see I'll be able to get into this, configure an IP address. The F5 is the same. I never worked with the F5 before, but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to actually give my all to learn all these technologies, different vendors. If, of course, any company is willing to give me the opportunity to do so. As you can see, we can do a follow over here, mirroring. We can do active and standby. We can do a VLAN here, redundancy. There is a lot of things to learn. As you can see, there's an the IP address that we configured, and this is the management route, and there is a lot. All these vendors are really huge. Same applies to Palo Alto. There's a lot to learn here from Palo Alto, and I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to give my all to any company that's willing to bet on my skills. All I know is the basics, but with the right training and guidance, I believe I can be a good asset to a company. And latest, we go the ASDM. So basically, that's all that I wanted to share with you. managing 4 firewalls at the same time, I believe is a big task, because this is Cisco. Is completely different how you configure a FortiGate or F5 or Palo Alto. So, but this is it. This is the lab. I believe it will be a little bit smaller now. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your time to go through this lab. And I believe those who are doing security for any other vendor apart from Cisco, a FortiGate, F5, Big IP, or Palo Alto, I believe, and I hope the lab can help you to understand a little bit more how to configure, how to go around with it. Thank you so much. That's all.